Radar, where we recap all of the new releases from the week. Here we are. Happy Friday, Ryan, who is now the head of remote snow removal.
Yeah, you just call us up and we'll remotely remove that snow for you.
There we go. Is this a new business that you're kicking off, Ryan? I like this idea.
Well, this is a salute to all the folks that are going through the massive snowstorm that is blanketing the United States right now. So
yeah, when does
I'm
that
not
thing
in
kick
that
off?
part of the country, thankfully. But we feel you. We're with you. Stay warm.
When's that kick off? Like Sunday, maybe? My
No,
parents.
it's happening now. We were like Chicago's at like negative something.
Wow, this is
anytime negative. That means don't be here. You know, that's my advice.
Yes, we hope everybody stays safe out there if you're in the mega superstorm zone. This looks like it could be one for the books, huh?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Looks like we already got Old Faithful checking in. David down there in Jacksonville. It's probably not too stormy down there.
I hope so.
Hope you're well, Dave. Thanks for checking in. But as always, if you can see us and you can hear us, please say hello in the comments. We love to see the check-ins, and we got a few coming in already. Kia ora to you, Heidi. Nice to see you as always. And we've got a new one. Media Studio Shop. Hello from Israel. Hello. Thank you for joining us. What do you say we hop into some releases, Ryan?
Let's do it.
Let me get this back up here. And our first, well, before we hop into releases, we have a very important announcement to make. Hopefully everybody saw that our first HighLevel Live of 2026 is happening next month in India. Tickets are on sale, and we actually just did a webinar last night, Ryan. I don't know if you were aware, but we slashed the price. There's a flash sale going on right now. Tickets to this event are only $97 for the next 24 hours at least. So if you can make it, hit the QR or go to gohighlevel.com/live/India, I think.
Live-India or hit the QR.
I think the URL was different last night, but
it's anyway, a redirect.
Got it. All right. Smart. Ryan's a smart cookie. He made us an easier URL to remember for you. Hopefully you can be there. $97, food included. We have an insane lineup of speakers. You can check it all out on the website. And yes, we're super pumped. Can't wait to see everybody there.
Absolutely.
All right. Our first release of the week comes from forms, surveys, and quizzes. We now have improved PDF layout and email attachments.
Yes. So we have a redesigned submissions PDF layout, fleshable PDF download options. You can have, and then this carries over to the quizzes too. You can have 2 options for downloading not only the results, but also the quiz answers themselves. So a lot of great flexibility brought into that. I know this was like a very big community ask, and love to see what the team has delivered here in terms of expanding the PDF downloads and especially attachments for emails as well.
Nice. Handy little update there.
Yeah.
We've got, it feels like it could be one of those Fridays, Ryan, where we get tons of involvement and check-ins today. We've got a check-in from cloudy San Francisco. What a great city, you know.
It's fog, you know. It's a bougie cloud.
It's part of the appeal, right? San Franciscans don't like to hear that, but it is. I mean, it's just what it is. Nathan's checking in from the Philippines. Thank you for checking in. We'll be heading to that side of the world also this year. Stay tuned. And Gigs a Go-Go, -8 from Chicago. Oof, man. We feel you.
I don't think we can sugarcoat that. That is not a temperature it should be.
Hang in there. Hang in there. Ryan's got a video for us here. Is this... surveys and quizzes now have persistent response between steps. So this is like if you go forward and you're like, oh, wait, I misspelled my name. You go back and it's still there?
Yep, that's it. So yeah, we have some limited bandwidth for GIFs. So this one's a little bit longer. That's why it's a video. But basically it's showing as you're going through different steps. If you go back, forward, it'll maintain all that data input that you've got there.
Love it. That's sweet. Not much more to say there other than...
No, it should be pretty helpful for folks. And you don't even have to enable it. It's just working now.
Nice. Looks like we got a double slide for that one. But next up, We had an update from online listings. We now have force sync with publishers. I'll let you take this one, Ryan.
I was hoping you would take it because there's so much discussion about this.
No, I think it's very handy, right? So, okay, apparently some of the listings can get hung up. And if they're hung up, you can force the sync. I just don't like how you don't know if something's hung up. So how would you know that you need to force sync?
Yeah. And I think that's part of the trouble. There's sometimes that we can find out, sometimes we can't. And then at the end of the day, we don't have, for some cases, we don't have direct control, right? Like we're kind of telling the listing services like, hey, you should update this. And then it's kind of up to them to execute on that front. But regardless, there definitely are a lot of instances where this can happen. Things can get hung up. And so this is kind of a nice button to press if there's just a problem and you just kind of want to force it to go through. And it's a little bit challenging to surface some of these errors, but the team is working on it. And I hope Chase is happy. So
I also think it's helpful for our support team because if they're chatting with somebody who's having this issue, they can just be like, oh, there's a button there now. You just hit that button and that'll fix it for you.
Yeah.
So there you go. Let us know what you think. It sounds like Charles is into it, or you have an update that you need to push out quickly. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Fair point. Cool. Things the product team didn't bring up.
We have a question. New to GHL. Welcome. I got a SaaS plan. Wondering what type of Stripe plan is required. I think that's just one, like the only one, right? They just take a percentage. That's the model.
Yeah, I mean, Stripe has got all kinds of add-ons and like other services, which are not necessarily required. There's a lot of things that we do for like fraud protection and that kind of thing that are pretty native, like 3DS and that. But you should be good with just a standard Stripe plan. It has been a couple of years since they've set one up, so we can check into that. But it shouldn't. There's nothing like fancy it needs to be.
Yeah, I think the free plan that you sign up with, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we had an update to the SEO side of the house. We now have support for deleting site projects.
Yes. So if you're working on a side project, you now have the ability to essentially remove that. And that's kind of all there is to it.
All right.
You can just get rid of it.
Keep it tidy.
Previously, you couldn't do that. So keep it tidy is right.
Calendar's got an update this week. We now have enhanced privacy for third-party events via login as. That one's a mouthful, but this is really, if you sit down and think about it, really important, right?
Yeah. So if you're an admin, if you don't know, if you're an admin, you can like log in as a particular user. In certain cases, that can like circumvent the privacy controls that we have for external calendars, where it's syncing maybe your personal calendar to the calendar that's in HighLevel, so as to not double book you. But now when you log in as somebody else, it's actually going to respect the permissions of the person it is, not who you're pretending to be, quote unquote, to like troubleshoot stuff.
Love it. Cool. Makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
We got a check in from Mr. M. Dongo. Hey, Chase and Ryan, always great catching guys live from sunny Los Angeles. Nice.
It is sunny. It looks sunny up there.
Yeah, glad to hear it's sunny. Sounds like a nice Friday in LA. That sounds cool. All right.
Love it.
We also have a check-in from another New Zealander. Morning from New Zealand. Good morning to you, Social Carrot. Oh, I remember the Social Carrot. I love the icon.
It's awesome.
I love it. Next up, Social Planner got an update. We now have edible category cues.
Yeah, so I directed our amazing graphic designer to put this as our headline because it's been a hugely asked for feature that we've been getting questions about weekly when it's coming. And so now, not only can, when you're delivering, or I should say creating a post, add it to a category queue, you can now go into that particular category queue, which is kind of a bucket for recurring social media posts that you want to go out on a regular basis. You can go into that and edit it. You can add posts to it, all the things that you'd want to do. You can also duplicate posts within it as well. So a lot of great functionality, a bit of a sleeper feature, especially if you're doing social content for folks. You want these things to be going out on a regular basis in different buckets. And I know that Chase was excited when this first got launched, but now I think we've really come full circle to a really nice nice feature set here.
Absolutely. Yeah. Total sleeper feature. You got to recycle your social content, especially, when you have a piece of content that was a winner, because statistically, I don't know, 6% of your followers actually see what you post. So you got to keep reposting it at different times so you can get the viewership out of it. Which reminds me, Ryan, I created a pretty great piece of social content this week. I don't know if you saw it, but I'll try to find it and bring it up. You saw it?
Yep.
It's a good one, right?
Yeah, it is.
I was
doing great on social content. It's amazing.
We'll find it. I'll try to find it. We'll see if we can play it before we finish today. But next up, Workflow's got an update. We now have snapshots that now auto remove stuck contacts.
Huh. Yes. So the TLDR on this is when you refresh a snapshot, sometimes it can delete steps that are related to workflows. And before, the contacts were waiting in those deleted steps and they'd get stuck. So now it will dynamically and very smartly unstuck those folks and auto remove them so that it doesn't hold them up in the workflow.
Okay, that sounds helpful.
Yep.
We got Javier checking in. Saludos desde Chile, amigos. Saludos a usted, Javier. Great to see you. Thanks for checking in. And we got another question for you, Ryan. We opened a can of worms here. Are we going to get more options for SaaS besides Stripe? Don't we already have more options for SaaS besides Stripe?
We do on the V2 SaaS, and there's a lot more functionality coming to that. So right now, just as a disclaimer, there's limited functionality if you're using, let's say, NMI. You can use NMI with V2 SaaS, but there are some limitations as to everything you can do with it. And the team is furiously, it takes a little bit of time, but they're furiously working to get that at par so that basically you have everything that you need in both versions. But I think the key here is to recognize that V2 doesn't necessarily mean better. It's just a different iteration for folks that are not using Stripe. If you want more details on that, we got a product town hall for the SaaS team. And
where do you go to find the product town halls, Ryan?
You can go to gohighlevel.com/town hall. You can see a calendar of all the town halls that are coming up, and you can even sign up for reminders. And there's a link there to also look at the community where we have all of the past recordings if you want to dive into those.
Sweet. Love it. Next up, Workflow AI got a nice update this week. The wait step generation is now much smarter. So I was reading the release note on this, and you can basically just tell it really granular stuff and it knocks it out, huh?
Yeah, you could describe, as we say in natural language, like multi-layered wait steps and logic just in one prompt, and the AI will understand what you're talking about and put in the complex sort of wait steps and logic for you.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. So go check it out. If you haven't played with the AI assistant in the workflow builder, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Just pop in there, tell it what you want it to build. And I feel like it gets you to at least second or third base, and you can just hop in and make your final tweaks and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's a great shortcut for sure.
We got a check-in coming from Eastern Shore Del Mar Vista, isn't it normally? What's Delmarva? Maybe Del Mar VA.
Is that in Virginia? I don't know.
Could be. Nice to see you, Roger. Thanks for checking in. Next up, Prospecting has an update. Sub-account local marketing audit. I didn't even see this one. What do we got here?
Yes. So marketing audits are no longer just reports. We now have configurable, repeatable, and trackable things over time. So basically, the idea here is that you can review and select business details before the first audit, so you can kind of make sure that everything's dialed in the right way before you go ahead and do that. And then you can refresh audits anytime you want instantly. And then the full report history with the interactive timeline and everything will be persistent for up to 12 months. And then you can also export PDFs in multiple languages now. You've got centralized audit settings, all kinds of awesome stuff to the sub-account version of the local marketing audit report. Yeah, great stuff there. Go check it out if you're not already using it. I believe that is for you've got to designate your account for that, but a lot of great stuff right within your sub account.
Cool. I love it. We got a question from Brian. Where can we get an event calendar to display on our websites? So we don't have that as a feature yet, but in communities now, the calendar tab, you can that's what it is, an events calendar. And I think you should go to the ideas board and check to see if it's there or not already. If not, put it there to make that embeddable. I always thought that would be sweet. If your community calendar, you could just like get a little iframe or something and drop it on your website like Brian's talking about. Yeah. So good idea, Brian. I like it. All right, next up, we had an update to contacts. We now have the revamped list view and smart list views, which are live. They've been in beta for a long time. They've been labs for a long time, and now they're out to the general population.
Yeah. The big highlights here are mostly under the hood, to be honest. I mean, it looks different. There's some visual things that have been enhanced and modernized, I would say, as well as some functionality. But the real kicker here is just the speed. Everything's been rebuilt from the ground up, latest technology, really smart routing for all of our server side stuff. So this is lightning fast compared to what it used to be. So we'd love to see that because time is indeed money. But yeah, go check it out. Should be pretty obvious to you that when you go to the context section, you'll see this new layout. Yeah, let us know what you think. If you get any more feedback, of course, we collect a lot of it, but always there for more. And this is not the end. There's more to come here.
Absolutely. It's a work in progress as always, but I love it. It's nice and clean, really snappy, like you said. So hopefully you guys are digging it as well. We've got a check-in from Master Suite. Anita and Oliver here from Master Suite, Germany. Happy to be online and watching the Go HighLevel stream today. Looking forward to the insights and updates. Thanks for tuning in from Germany. That's cool.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's see what we have next. Oh, I loved this one. Domains. We have a revamped URL redirects UI UX. This, I think, makes it way more intuitive when you're setting one of these up.
Yeah.
And you probably saw my request for a tooltip, Brian. I think we're just missing one tooltip here, and then this baby will be nice.
Yeah, we are big fans of tooltips. Let's get really explicit on what's happening and why. But yeah, this makes a lot more sense, I think, to a lot of folks that maybe don't do URL redirects a lot. So you can see the source where it's coming from, and then the target where it's going to be sending it to. They're on the right-hand side, and really just much easier to use and understand what's happening when you set these things up.
Love it. Yeah, I like this a lot. URL, that's a sleeper feature too, Ryan. I was thinking about that the other day. When you talk about a marketer's toolkit, this is something you use all the time, right?
We have like thousands of these. So we use them a ton.
And it's come a long way, you can search for them. There's all sorts of great stuff in there. So check it out if you haven't. It's a really handy tool to have, again, in your toolkit. Next up, this was a very nice one, analytics for external tracking. So the external tracking script, let's break this one down, Ryan. There's a script, hopefully you know, that if you go put it on a site that's not a HighLevel site, you'll now start seeing web traffic data.
Exactly. Web traffic, form submissions, and more stuff to come. And I think Sean kind of describes this pretty well as like it's a mini Google Analytics. So if you just want some basic numbers for a site that's not hosted at HighLevel, it's not a HighLevel site or a funnel. You inherited some customer, they've got their own website, they don't want to mess with it. No big deal. You can just go to settings, go to external tracking, and we provide you a little snippet of code there. You insert that where you need to insert it into the header or somewhere in the page code. And it will go ahead and track all these things for you. And then we'll continue to expand what this can do, right? So you won't necessarily have to reinstall it every time there's a new upgrade. It will just start displaying a lot more information for you so that you don't have to have some super complicated Google setup. You can just look at your basic numbers here.
Yep, very sweet. And I love the look of that chart. Evo is checking in. He's praying for upcoming release to have email inbox. I'm with you, Evo. The good news is it's in the works. The bad news is I do not know the time frame. Maybe Ryan has a better idea.
I don't think we've got a committed time frame on it. most of this is around spam, right? Like we could do this pretty quick, but we don't want to release this and now all of a sudden these inboxes are just getting flooded with spam. It's one of the completely necessary features that we need to think through. So the team is definitely at work working on that, figuring out how exactly we're going to do it, so that when we do release it, it's awesome.
Yes. I'm with you though, Evo. It is going to be awesome. I'm super pumped for that. Next up from this week, we got an update for users. We have mandatory two-factor authentication for phone number update and secure one-time password flow.
Wow.
Check me out,
Chase
Ryan.
gets a gold star for acronyms this week.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so we're essentially enforcing, I think, what was like the last security loophole here, because we don't want things to change on your account without you explicitly knowing that that's happening. And when you start to update things like phone number, that's of course where we send that one-time code to verify that it's you. We don't want that to be kind of circumnavigated. That's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. At any rate, we just want to make sure that, hey, when everything's changing on your account, we're going to take security very, very seriously and make sure it's actually you. And that way we don't have any problems.
Safety first, of course. But I'm wondering, are you guys like me? And while this is annoying, I actually secretly enjoy using the Authenticator app stuff. I feel like it's like nuclear codes that I'm going into this app to get, and it's timed up and you got to do it fast or it expires and then you got to get the next one. It's pretty cool how that works.
It is cool how it works, and it's insanely effective, and protects most of the banking industry and probably the nuclear codes themselves. They use a similar SHA-256 hashing algorithm.
Oh, here we go. Ryan's flexing on us now. All right. From this week, WhatsApp got an update. We now have from and to number configuration selection.
Yeah. So now when you're messaging WhatsApp users, you can change the from and the to without having to reinitiate a new message or anything like that. So if you got multiple numbers there, you can easily switch between them. I think that's the big headline. And we've got a nice drop down with search. Love to see all this. And not just the phone number, the actual name. So if you name the number, you know what you're doing. Looks awesome. WhatsApp is getting insanely good. And if you didn't know, we are at coexistence except for 2 countries. I believe it's South Africa and Nigeria, maybe. I don't know. But we basically are covering the globe here. So if they already have a WhatsApp account, WhatsApp business account, a WABA, you can link it to HighLevel and they can keep that set up. That's what coexistence is. And if you don't know about that, we offer it. So you can do all these things right within HighLevel from WhatsApp.
Such an amazing business opportunity around the world, right? If you're in a market where everybody uses WhatsApp, like in Mexico, you just go to any business that's booking appointments and be like, do you want a better show rate? I'll set up a auto reminder system in WhatsApp for you. And then as that starts building, you get all these contacts in the database. You can just do WhatsApp blasts and drive new business whenever you want. Sales on demand. Incredible opportunity. Super excited about what we're doing with WhatsApp. We got to catch up on these check-ins though, Ryan. We've got Anakani, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Very cool name. Good morning. Catching you guys live from Hawaii. Aloha to you as well.
Mahalo.
There we go. Ryan knows what's up. We got Brian checking in from Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. Got it.
You just write DMV. I could have done that. I lived in Virginia. I was in Alexandria for 8 years. So.
Yep. DMV. Back when Ryan was a CIA agent that he can't tell us about. Let's see what we have next up from this week. We have unread conversations counter is back in the new conversations UI. Yes.
Chase is way too excited about this little icon here. So it's the little things, it really is.
Absolutely. It's critical. And it's back. So if you were like me and you're like, wait, where the heck did this go? I need to know how many unreads I got in here. Well, now you know. So thank you, team. Next up, standardized date format on new conversations UI. Another little cleanup one there as well in the new UI UX.
Nice and uniform. The way we like it.
And uniform. Agent Studio got an update this week. We now have new version management system in the Agentic Studio.
Yeah. So if you're building different versions, you now can see on the left-hand side the version history, see which one you're on. This makes it, I mean, this is standard development 101. You iterate, you want to save a new version. That way you can keep track of where the changes are, what happened, and not save things like you would a Word document where it's just final, master, final,
Nice.
Much more structured.
We've got a check-in from a very familiar face coming in. What's up to you, Tina? Hope you're having a great Friday, or are you already in the future? Almost, probably. Have an awesome weekend. Let's see what we also had. Another one from Agent Studio this week, template library integration. Oh, that's handy.
Yep. So you can now upload the particular Agent Studio iteration to the template library to use at a later time.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Yep. And very helpful for people like me. They're still trying to wrap their heads around what all is possible with Agent Studio. Show me some templates, folks. Show me what you're building out there, because I'm looking for good use cases. We got a check in here from Brent. What up, y'all? What up, Brent?
What up, Brent?
How you doing? Thanks for checking in. Next up, Workflow's got an update. Oh, this one's great. We now have Google Form native integration in the integrations tab. And then if you do that, you can use the Google Form triggers and actions.
Yes.
Ryan, this is one of those ones where I go, why do you still need to use Google Forms? But I get it. There are like certain use cases where they're just really nice and you want to use the Google Form.
There's a lot, and there's a lot of things that just, they're already there. So this is kind of like, hey, and we'll fight this fight later, but for now, let's, we can start playing with it, right off the bat. So I get it. It makes sense.
I get it. People are pretty happy about it too when I posted.
Mm-hmm.
Bouncing back to the Agent Studio, we now have AI router and conditional router.
Yeah. So this is probably like the biggest release for Agent Studio. I got these out of order, so my apologies. But
shame.
This update basically gives people the ability to build AI agents that think and make decisions like a human would. So rather than having to set up this very rigid sort of flow and script, this router can make decisions automatically for you. So again, definitely an advanced, like this is intended to be a very advanced builder. If you don't know how to build an agent, this is probably not where I would start. But for those folks that are getting pretty deep into AI, that have experimented with building different agents and having them do different things, Agent Studio is for you. And I'm sure that a lot of the folks that do that are going to be thrilled with this, because it really can simplify what would ordinarily be a very complex sort of flow into a few different sets of actions. And then we have this router that just decides what should happen or where they should go in those actions.
Super powerful. Absolutely. Love it. So check that out if you are using the Agent Builder. And we had a few more updates, or enhancements, I should say, roll out this week. The service booking public API for service calendars is now live. That's pretty massive. People that know what that means are probably pretty stoked on that one, Ryan.
Yep.
Blog's got an update. We now have improved read time accuracy and smarter preview display, which is nice. And then Social Planner got an update. We now have published via push notification. But wait, that's not out yet, right?
I think it is.
No,
I'll double check.
I've been following that one.
Maybe that got snuck in somehow, but I'm pretty sure this is out.
That one's, no, it can't be out, because I've been following that. That's a big one, Ryan. If that's out, we need to put it back in for next week so that we celebrate it properly.
100%. I'm with you.
All right. Next up, it's that time of the week when we talk about what hit labs. Can't stress this enough. You've got to get into the habit, especially if you're an agency user reselling HighLevel, or you have client accounts in HighLevel. You got to get accustomed to checking labs to see what's new, because you'll see, hey, this is going to go live in whatever, X amount of weeks. So, this is the best way we've come up with to give you a chance to check it out, give us feedback, make sure that you're prepared for what's coming. And so what hit labs this week, Ryan? We got no title here, but we have a
well,
video.
Now, I just wanted to show you how to get there. Because we want to do this. So you go to settings in your agency account, and then you go to labs, and then you can see the sub account, and most importantly, the feedback form. A lot of places I feel like maybe you don't think it does anything. Trust me, the team gets all of those. So if you've got feedback, it's the most organized way to just get it right to the right team on particular features. So
great point.
That's our soapbox pitch for you this week.
There you go. Yep. So entering labs this week was a very, very awesome update. The UI UX got updated on the integrations page, something I have been so excited for such a long time. And what I love about this is check out, let's see if I can get the laser going here. For things like Google accounts, like we have hundreds of people integrating their Google account into a single sub account. And before you had to wait for all of those little tiles to load and it took forever. Now they just get bundled, right? So check this out. There's 22 other Facebook integrations right here that you can click through and manage without having to wait for them all to load up on the page. So super pumped up on that one. You're probably going to want to go toggle that baby on in labs so that you can have this fantastic new view for your integrations
and for the agency owners, especially the white label folks, I did have the knowledge base team go through and check all of the links to support docs for lead connector support docs. So those have been scrubbed and beautified, and they should be super solid. So fear not on that side.
Nice. Also entering labs this week is save most used. Oh, this is super cool as well. Save most used conversation filters using conversation views. So what do we have here, Ryan? You go into conversations and you're like, hey, I only want to see, like, I think my default is show me just last direction inbound. That's a super handy one. And now I can save that as a view. But maybe sometimes I go in there and I'm looking for other things and I have this different view. Well, now I can save it and I just click between them and I don't have to redo the filters.
Exactly. So it's basically like Smart List, or as I like to describe, like a preset on the radio where you're like, hey, I just want to listen to this. I just want to listen to that. And in this case, you're just like, hey, I only want to look at this certain list that has these filters that I want to look at, like, for example, unread Instagram DMs, stuff like that. Be super, super useful for different roles that are looking at different types of conversations.
It's like Smart List for conversations. Good call there, Charles. I like Ryan's analogy of your channels on your radio. Oh, we got a new segment this week. Community shout outs with a puppy dog gift. Who doesn't love a puppy dog gift? We had a new kitten just show up in our yard this week, Ryan. It's super cool, super friendly. I think we're keeping
Those can be the best kind, really. They usually are the most hardy, you know?
It found us.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So what do we have from the community this week? Anne-Marie Waltz. Oh, super familiar face. My AI assistant booked a next hair extension consultation and collected payment for $250. You gotta love it. Look at that. These stats.
We always say we get happiest when our tools pay for things by themselves or collect money on their own. And voice AI and conversation AI are two pretty good examples of how that can happen pretty easily.
I don't think people are wrapping their heads around this shift in society and the opportunity that it is creating. Think about the human involvement that used to take to get people booked and paid, right? And now you have an AI bot doing it while Anne-Marie is doing whatever she wants to be doing. And the stats around this are so awesome. So I think I just checked conversation AI books. Oh, shoot. I think hundreds of thousands of appointments per month right now is how much it's booking.
If not billions.
And I think voice AI booked over 30,000 appointments in December, I want to say. Think about that. That is insane. And yes, it's not perfect, but yes, this is the worst it will ever be. So noodle on that for a little bit, all right?
Yeah.
Ryan's got another community shout out for us lined up. Honestly, my biggest high-level win was helping someone who was completely stuck with lead gen. They had plenty of leads coming in, but nothing was converting. Once I set up a simple system and added AI voice for follow-up, things flipped. Suddenly, those old leads started answering calls and booking appointments. They joked it felt like they'd hired a 24/7 team member without the payroll headache. Best win. There we go. I love it, Ryan. These are great finds. it's just an AI is so much better than not answering the freaking phone, right?
Yeah, and of course, the point of these shout outs is obviously we want to highlight some wins that people are experiencing, but we all want to celebrate when you guys do really well or that where we've overcome a certain hurdle because they're always going to be there. But it's really great when we kind of come out the other side, and we want to recognize when that's happening for you guys and cheer you along.
I love it. So make sure you put your wins into the community, Facebook or the native community, preferably the native, because Mr. Zuckerberg gets enough traffic already. And yes, make sure you post them so that we can shout them out. Love it. We got another check-in coming from Carlo, watching from Batangas. Did I pronounce that correctly? It's Philippines. I'm not even going to try that last one, Ryan.
It's very fun.
Thank you so much for checking in. And we've got one more from Valencia, our friend over in Valencia. I think it's my favorite sounding city name ever.
It's a beautiful name.
It just sounds so exciting and romantic, doesn't it, Ryan?
It's less exciting and romantic in California, but we'll go with the original Valencia.
It is time for some swagger-laden upcoming releases.
I was clinging to straws on that one, but
no one's got more swag than our friend Tony Stark, right? All right, let's see what we got. Coming soon, new animation settings, hover, click, and tap. Oh, I haven't seen this. That is exciting.
So in the funnel website builder, we of course have some entrance animations, but those are getting expanded so that we have more control over timing. But also other events, like when you're hovering your mouse over something, or you're clicking on something, or you tap on it on your phone. So you'd be able to determine, or I should say, designate what you want to happen in each one of those types of events and make it super awesome.
Love it. Yes, I know that this has been heavily asked for. More effects, more animation, all this kind of stuff. And it's cool to see that it's about to drop. Looks nice. Next up, coming soon, native WhatsApp calling. Wait a minute. Does this not exist, or we have it inbound and this is outbound?
This is outbound.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So make a call. So basically the idea is like everything WhatsApp can do, you can do it all within the system. Now there's no cost, as I understand it, for inbound calls. There is for the outbound, but it kind of depends on the window you're in and stuff. So anyway, all those details will be outlined, but of course we want to make this as cheap as possible. And even in most cases when WhatsApp is charging, it's a lot less than a phone call in a lot of countries. So that's kind of the idea here, is that we want to provide like a full solution for folks that are like, I just don't want to mess with actual phone numbers. My entire client base is all WhatsApp, so let's just do it there.
Love it.
Yep.
And I love how the background is like the WhatsApp background. I always love how WhatsApp does that with the cool like
like a pattern background. Yeah. I am not a fan of pattern backgrounds, but I can appreciate it. So
I just did not know that, Ryan. I did not know that. Okay. Well, I'll get it off the screen before you have the theater. As always, before we wrap up, we would love to hear your feedback using the new native HighLevel video testimonial feature. If you haven't left us a video testimonial, come on, make Ryan's weekend. Just head on over to gohighlevel.com/testimonial, hit the QR code. It's really cool the way that it works. And hopefully you start using it for your business and your clients as well.
I just want to beat support. I just want to brag.
Yes, support gets all these video testimonials, and us on the marketing side, we look like—
You would think, in any company, like support is the most hated area just because they come with problems. But support actually does an awesome job, and they get great reviews. But so do we. So we deserve some reviews here, guys. Come on.
That's right. Hook us up. Help us out. All right. That's it for this week, everybody. We hope that you all stay safe if you're in the mega superstorm zone, for sure.
Yes.
Stay safe.
Don't go outside. You'll be fine. No. Drink water.
Hunker down. Get some hot cocoa. Work on your business. Check out some of the new HighLevel stuff that dropped this week. Stay safe, and we will see you next Friday.